What you laughing at?
Whoa, look, it's time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac 2. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Whoa, baby said she needed now, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey, we about to go viral.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, Viral Gang? We back at y'all with another one. Shout out all the Viral Way members, man. Much love to the Viral Gang. If you're not a part of the Viral Gang, hit that subscribe button, share, like, tell a friend, leave a comment, man. You already know. Run us up, man. As always, your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, a.k.a. the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. And we got the one and only.
Man. We back in the building. Let's do it.
We got Cali the one back in the building, man. What's up, Cali? Cuz you been gone. You been.
I was in Vegas.
You been on the run, man. Where you been at?
I was leisure. I was out there getting a tan. You feel me?
That boy said he was getting a tan, man. What was going on in Vegas? Cuz I ain't been to Vegas since COVID.
Yeah, there was some UFC fights cracking over the weekend, so I was watching those. Went to a little pool party they be having. People have been saying Vegas is dead. What I'll say is it was still fun, but it wasn't like it used to be for sure. Like I'll say 4 or 5 years ago when I was going, it was way more lit, way more people. The strip was way more active. Downtown was way more active. It was still vibrant, but the lore of Vegas has definitely died out for sure.
What you think is the cause of that?
I think niggas don't got it's expensive. And then also after that shooting in Vegas, I think that was around like 2018, maybe something like that. I think a lot of people that scared a lot of people from going as well. And you know, just the economy, bro. It's expensive and you go stay on the strip, it's not cheap. And then going to restaurants, going to the club, and then, you know, club culture in my generation is dead. So it's like you paying $1,000 to stay in a room, right? Then you go to Hell's Kitchen or whatever, that shit booked to the max, right? You spend $500 in there, and then you got to spend, $500 to go in the club, get a table, get a little bottle of Don Julio just to stand around and look at niggas, not even really have fun. The bitches don't really want to approach you or be approached, or you can't get no. It's not really worth it at this point. I feel like it's more money for less reward at this point.
Did you hit any of the clubs out there, or y'all just was more so lounging on the strip?
I didn't, because the last time I went, I told myself I'm not going to the clubs out there no more. Because it's like, again, niggas is standing around, they playing politics at the door. It's just, to me, it's not worth it. And clubs ain't lit like they used to be. Like
definitely
for me,
definitely they're not lit.
So I don't want to spend all that bread just to go stand around. You have more fun just lounging around the pool, going to a little spot, listening to some music with your lady, a couple friends, having conversation, but you still kind of got that vibe going. You got some music playing, people kind of moving around, but it ain't necessarily like a club. But to me, now that's better than going to the club. And then in Vegas, a lot of that shit don't be hip hop, bro. It be
house music.
Yeah, niggas.
And not the good house music
all night. I'm not really trying to hear that all night. So you got that vibe too, where it's
nigga
like,
leave with a migraine. That plus the strobe lights, you damn near have a seizure out
exactly,
that motherfucker.
Trying to stay in here. So it's
you
like
faded too. You like hell, dog.
I'm cool. That's why I was like, man, I'm cool off the clubs. I'm gonna just go to the beach part or the little pool party things, because those are always cool. And they play the house music too, but they still got a good mix. So it was cool.
Y'all went to the pool parties because you remember they was showing like the bacteria levels in the water. I think that's what slowed a lot of the Vegas motion down, because you remember the pool parties, what was cracking. I for sure was going to the MGM, for sure the leisure pool. You spin around, you catch all the bitches on the way, you feel me? Might get slide one up to the room, come back, do it again.
Yeah.
Might get 2 or 3 in a day, and I think that slowed a lot down, at least for me, because the last time I went, I didn't even get in the water.
Yeah, I wasn't really in the water like that, to be honest. I was sitting on the end with my feet in the pool, more so just catching a vibe. But no, I'm not getting in it like that. I didn't even realize. I forgot about the whole bacteria thing, but that definitely could have contributed to it as well. Because
Absolutely. And I saw it was like windstorms out there. I seen on the strip, it was sand blowing every which way. Like Vegas was looking crazy.
yeah, looking like the Wild West. It's ugly. And then again, you know, I mean, I'm not even a big gambler either. So going out there, I think that's another part of it. Like you kind of wasting your money. A lot of niggas too gamble prize picks and shit now. Where it's different. Like you don't need to go to the casino and play blackjack or 21 to make money. You can just bet online or on the app and be cool. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm not really a gambler either. I'm one of them gamblers. I set a price, like, all right, I got a couple hundred.
Yeah.
When I lose that, it's over. I'm not
done.
the nigga going back, getting more, trying to win it back. It's
Nope.
a wrap for me.
I sit at the table sometimes because they'll give you free drink for sitting at the table. So that's a finesse. Sometimes I sit at the blackjack table, play a game or two, but they gonna keep giving you the drink. So sometimes I'll do that. But other than that, yeah, once I got a limit, once I hit that, I'm not wasting no
I
money.
think half of the allure of Vegas is going as a single guy because it's women from all around the world. So
Yeah.
if you going with your lady, that kind of takes some of the fun out of it. Like the half of the purpose is to go out there for that. Like, oh, it's a guy's trip, cuz we out here, we cracking. She from Australia, they from Brazil, they from Russian,
Yeah.
Moscow. It's like once you there with your lady, it's not really a datey type of place. It's kind of like a nasty place. So
I agree to a certain degree. Like when you're single, when you go out there, it's more like you could let loose, be wild. But I don't know. In my generation, it's so weird. Like the females are so fickle. Niggas don't even know how to talk to bitches. So you might be with some niggas that throw it all the way off for you. It's like I had more fun. Maybe I'm getting a little bit older too, where I just had more fun being our little like double date couples. We was just having fun, watching niggas, you know, be stupid. That a lot of that too was funny. Kind of just you people watching here and there. You walking the strip, you getting your drinks, you on the little spot. So
I'm
it
at
was
that
cool.
level. I'm at that level in life too, where it's probably more fun to go with your lady, like you said, experience it that way. Than with the guys at this age, it'd be kind of burnt out. Like, damn, cuz we a little too old to be doing this shit.
and then I got some homies got kids. It's like where for me it's everybody kind of got something. If they do go out alone somewhere like that, calling them home to a certain degree, where it's like, or they don't want to get niggas don't want to get too fucked up no more, or whatever it is. So niggas have like calmed down a lot.
And niggas ain't drinking like that no
Nah,
more.
for
People are
sure.
not drinking like that. I think that's another like little kick that people ain't going to Vegas because we ain't getting lit like we used to.
Nah.
Especially your generation, they really don't even drink.
Them niggas off the Zans. Them niggas is zombies. That's why they off the Molly and the Zans. and shit.
Whippets.
Yeah, whippets.
Yeah.
So it's not even, or niggas just faded out their mind off you know, weed. It's that too. So
Well,
yeah.
you came back right on time because the news of the year done dropped. The Sean Diddy Combs verdict is officially in.
My man Diddy look like he getting away.
So out of 5 counts, they only found him guilty on, it looks like 1, the transportation
2.
to engage in prostitution, 2 prostitution counts. So
Yeah.
count 1, racketeering and conspiracy, not guilty. Count 2, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, not guilty. Count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution. They found him guilty on that. Not feeling that one. Transportation to engage in prostitution. They found him guilty on that. So they found him guilty on 2 counts of basically transporting prostitutes. Count 4, sex trafficking by force. Oh yeah, I said that. So yeah, 2 out of the 5 he's guilty on. 3 out of the 5 he's not guilty on. And what the cold part is, there's no mandatory sentencing on the 2 that he got found guilty on. So they carry up to 10 years each, but there's no mandatory sentencing. So he can get time served if the judge wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So Diddy might walk. He got about a year, damn near a year
Almost,
of
yeah.
time served right now. What I found weird was the bitch Cassie, after she gets the payout, after she goes and testifies, does everything that is in her power to get him locked up. He beat those charges. She has her lawyer write a letter to the judge saying she's in fear of her life of him getting out. Please don't let him out. Like, bitch, you got your money, ride off into the motherfucking sunset. Leave this man alone. I don't understand what her fucking motive is. At this point in time, they did some tricky stuff with the jury. You remember they got the one black male on there. They got him off saying he lied about his address. They were supposed to have a verdict like 2 days ago.
But some dude wasn't doing what they wanted him to.
The dude wasn't doing what they wanted him to. They wrote a letter to the judge. We don't think he could follow basic instructions. They try to replace him. But it looks like Diddy finna walk, man.
Yeah, if I'm Diddy, I could care less. Like, obviously getting any charges is you want to walk out and beat 5 out of 5. But what I'll say is beating that RICO, that's the best one to beat, because now, or if you would have took that RICO charge, you would have had all them assets that you've built and you've gained over your whole lifetime seized. So for me, if I'm Diddy, I'm ecstatic that I beat the RICO charge, and that's the most important one, because your image might be tarnished, whatever the case is, but I could still go home to this bread and live a comfortable life regardless. I can still have the boats, I can still have the jets, the businesses, the offshore accounts, all of that I'ma still keep, compared to if I got found guilty of the RICO charge. They coming and they taking all that, and that's going back to Uncle Sam. So if it's me, I'm just happy I beat that. I think the other ones, like you said, it's a tricky situation, because depending on the judge and what they want to do, he can get off with time served. After them, because I just read that they denied or they're gonna sentence him October 3rd of 2025. So that's in another 3-4 months. So that'll be about a year exactly of him in jail. Do you think that that's because they want to give him more time, or do they have to wait that amount of time to sentence him? Because couldn't they just let him out today if they wanted to?
You know what? I'm thinking they're trying to get him to that exact year. Like, he got a year behind bars, time credit type shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, because they denied his bond. So I guess they deliberating on the time they want to give him. They could have technically gave him bond and put him on house arrest and just let him, chill with the fam until they came to a decision. So I found it kind of funny that they still not giving him a bond. That's the only thing that's making it look like, are they gonna try to bang him? Because he got found not guilty of the main crimes. Like, and what's crazy is Cassie did the exact same things that he got found guilty on. She hit up prostitutes. She paid them, had them flown out for freak offs, which she starred in multiple times, and she got paid for it.
Yeah.
But he's in jail, she got paid.
Yeah. But pretty much them, all them people testifying, because again, when you start talking about the RICO and the criminal enterprise, it's like you're not a criminal enterprise by yourself. So other people had to have had some type of part to play in this situation. But again, they gonna look at it as, oh, we're gonna take these people, get them to flip, because all we really want is Diddy in the first place. So that's what they're doing. But Cassie, she damn near, she just as guilty of him. She might have not been caught on camera beating nobody, but at this point in time, like I said, they're a freaky ass couple who I think got into some fights, and she took it up another notch and then couldn't take it back at this point, because now it went into the law's hands. That's how I really feel about it. Like, it was never supposed to go this far. I think she wanted to make him pay. And it ended up going as far as it did, but she's not innocent of anything, in my opinion, at this point. Like, I felt bad when I initially seen the video of her getting beat, but even there's a story behind that, right? Like, you really just never know. And to me, her dealing with the trainer and all of that other shit, it's like, she is very, very well aware of what's taking place this whole entire time.
No, facts. That's why I didn't jump out there on the Hate Diddy campaign when the video first came out, because it was only a partial video. And it's like, all right, cuz I don't think he just wilding out and just whipping her ass. Just you being a grown man dealing with women, sometimes, cuz they can push you to that limit. Not saying it's okay to do that, but I knew it was more to the story. Come to find out, she's just as much of a villain in the story as Diddy is. And then you had 50 baby mama. She come out, do all that testifying, come to find out she's a freak bitch too. And all of that just for him to beat the charges. So it's like, Cassie, you really tainted your own reputation more than Diddy. We already knew Diddy was on freak shit. We knew he was a nut-ass freak bull. We didn't know about all the shit you was doing. So you already had the $30 million from the settlement. You could have just rolled off into the sunset with your husband. Now you leaked all your personal business into the street for your husband and your kids, if you got any, or your future kids to see, for no reason, because he beat it.
And the husband was the trainer, wasn't he? So it's like, that's even, like I said, that's weird. Like, you escaped with the trainer. Like, it's almost like y'all colluded together to get up out of here. Y'all got up out of here. He probably was making it hard for y'all to do y'all thing. And I don't even necessarily mean being forceful. It's just, if you the trainer, you probably in fear for the rest of your life, or you feel like, I ain't never going to amount to him. So I think at that point, there was some jealousy behind that. And I feel like he probably even has some influential or some influencing in Cassie partaking in what she partook in, because it's like, yeah, fuck that nigga. Hit him over the head, because I really don't like him either, because I'm working for the nigga, but I really want you. So yeah, let's whack this nigga over the head. He'll be in jail. We'll take 30 million and ride off into the sunset.
Right, get him out the picture.
Yeah, but it didn't work that way.
So
now it's gonna be something else for him to deal with.
And I found it crazy that everybody is coming out rejoicing now. Like the people who should have been standing behind Diddy the whole time, his friends, the people he done helped elevate their careers, you starting to slowly see them come out the shadows and, you know, make little posts on their Instagram stories or their Twitters. It's like, damn, where the fuck was y'all at the whole time? Y'all was afraid to stand by the nigga because y'all didn't know which way it was going to go. But if you know him and like, this my man's, regardless of how it go, I'm going to stand next to you until it go how it go.
Yeah.
If you found guilty of all the heinous acts and all that and they want to separate, nobody can be mad at them for that. But along the way, it's like, damn, where the support, cuz? Like, innocent until proven guilty, right?
You would think that, but I think people care more about their business relationships. And in that industry, you don't got no friends, in my opinion. I think everybody in that motherfucker, not everybody, because I'm sure there's real stand-up men and women in the industry, but a majority of those people are fake and they're there for their money over everything. So when you have a situation like that where maybe I'm tied to you, I'm on your label, or we be seen together at parties, whatever it is, now I got to distance myself because you lowering my stock. Whereas I might have gave you a check. I might have gave you a job and changed your life. But now that you're in a certain position that can be damaged depending on if you stand next to me or not, you're going to choose self-preservation over being a real homie, which it just shows a lot. So I hope if he does walk, he does a lot of audits. He does a lot of cleaning house of people in his business, his friendships, even the partying. Like, I'm not even inviting as many niggas as I used to. Whatever it is, I'm gonna be way more ducked off and have way more discernment of who I'm around, because when it was all said and done, nobody had bros back.
I think you're gonna see Diddy turn into a straight family man when he get out. More than what he was. I think all that partying and shit, that's a wrap. Cause it's like, I know I skated and I'm not finna let y'all Bill Cosby me, thinking that, oh, he beat the system, we just gonna wait on him to fuck up so we could double back and come gaffle him up a couple years later. So if I'm Diddy, I'm chilling on all that. All my parties finna be exclusive, invite only, family, close friends only. With these NDAs is getting signed, all the freak offs and all that, that shit is a wrap. That shit is over with. You already see what time they on. They showed their hand. They probably felt like you was getting too big for your britches. Like, hold on, cuz, like, we are empowering you. Don't ever forget that. I think that's what this was more so than anything, was them just putting a little belt to ass, letting him know, hey, it could have been this. We let you skate with that. Now chill out.
I agree. And I think he doesn't have to live in fear for the rest of his life, but I think he knows now for sure there will be forever eyes on him, right? When it comes to his dealings and, behind the scenes. I just think from this time on, when he does skate, they're going to be looking to get him back. It's kind of like, people say OJ did it or didn't, whatever it is. But when he got off and then they found him in front of him again, it's like, oh yeah, we're going to hit you over the head because now you back in this motherfucker. We're not letting you get away twice. So there, in my opinion, chops going to be glistening to get him back in front of a jury, in front of a judge, so that they can hit him over the head because he took the W this time. So he got to really toe the line on what he does.
I wonder if he gets out and goes back to doing music. I'm curious to see that, on how quickly he would be anxious to get back into the studio, because he probably spent spent a lot of money on his legal defense team. So
for sure,
that money got to get recouped. And I'm also curious to see if he's gonna come out and do a tell-all type of interview on one of these podcasts and explain, the whole process of how he felt, reflect on the freak off parties. And then this is one key thing we gotta realize. Diddy's a real nigga. Think about it. He could have told on everybody. Diddy got dirt on everybody in the industry. Everybody was coming to them parties. As long as he's been in the industry, he kept it solid.
They probably asked for him to give up information
He
too.
kept it solid because you remember they kept saying, "Oh, Diddy finna take everybody down with him. Diddy is up in there upset. Ain't nobody coming to see him. They got the leaked phone calls, this, that, and the third." Diddy kept it solid, kept his motherfucking mouth shut. So let this be a lesson to everybody. While y'all out here championing these fucking rats, trying to make it seem like it's cool to tell, closed lips beat cases. Take motherfucking notes. And it ain't even so much as just beating the case as it is just being a man and being accountable for your actions. If I got caught, I'm not taking you down with me and you didn't. I decided to do what I did. I got to be accountable for that. If you skated and got away, I'm going to salute you and deal with my consequences. So I got to shout Diddy out for that because, you know, most of these motherfuckers would have told the first day.
For sure. I think anybody would have folded under pressure. I think in his situation too, he kind of knew like, what's that gonna do for me? I don't think he could have given up anybody that was bigger than him at this point. Because again, we know we already got the Epstein list that's been something that's been super big. We have politicians that Anthony Weiner, I don't know if y'all know who that is. He's a big friend of the Clintons, and he was caught texting little girls and all of that, tried to get back into politics. So when it comes to like the big players in the game, we're gonna look past that. The law's gonna look past that regardless. So he's the big fish at this point because they not gonna go after them. So they really looking at him. It's nothing that he could say or do, even if he gave up information, in my opinion, that was gonna put him in a better position. If anything, he would have told, in my opinion, and they would have flipped on him and still gave him the time, and then he would have been fucked because he would have told on some high level politician or something like that, then really been asked out. So it wasn't even worth it.
And this, now that the whole fiasco is over, it's time to start highlighting them folks you was talking about. We ain't seen no Epstein list. We ain't seen no flight logs. We ain't seen nothing happen with that side. That side of the fence that got all the same type of charges and worse, we've seen nothing. So everybody who was making these memes about Diddy's and these documentaries, it's time for y'all to put some work in. Y'all need to be working overtime, shining light on that side of the fence and trying to get some justice. Because do y'all just care about justice or do y'all care about entertainment? Or is this about seeing the downfall of successful black men? Because that seems to be the only entertainment the world really care about. When it's everybody else like, oh, all right, man, you know, they get away with everything. Like, oh, wait a minute, why y'all not highlighting this shit?
I agree. I think again, you know, when you look at the rise to fame or money in a lot of these situations, they're very parallel. But I think one has just been deemed more entertaining and interesting by the fans, right? Like, or the viewers. Like, you look at Diddy and his father and what his father was supposedly, and you know, then how Diddy comes up and at Howard and dealing with Clive Davis and a lot of these things. People are interested in that, even though if you go and look at these politicians, how did his dad come up, right? Like, you could look at George W. Bush. How you think his dad came up? He was just as crooked, if not more crooked. But for whatever reason, even though they're parallel, we look at that shit and it's not as interesting to us because the media hasn't deemed it as such. So we looking at Diddy like he's had this gangster background and mafia and you know, all of these different things, but it's the same shit on that side. We just have been programmed to not pay more attention to it. And I do think it has something to do with the color of our skin.
That's absolutely. This is why I say I'm on code regardless. Same way they on code, I'm on code. All of y'all told us we was sick. We probably be doing the Diddy type stuff. How you siding with a monster, this, that, and the third, and y'all didn't have no evidence. And everything y'all said he didn't do. In the court of law, he got found innocent.
And let's keep it 100, right? Like, when we really look at the charges, for one, I want people to understand the way the law reads is completely different than what you might have done. So you could piss on the side of the road, right, and get caught. And now you're labeled a sex offender. But when we really go down in depth of what you did, you pissed on the side of the road. You didn't molest somebody. You didn't grape somebody. You didn't do any of those things. But the law is going to read, and most people are going to take that and think you're a monster. So when you really look at the couple of charges that he got, you know, hit on, it's like when you break those down of what he actually did, all he did was say, hey, fly across here. We're going to have a freak off. I'm paying or whatever it is. And that's it. Nobody was forced. Nobody was abused. None of that happened. So again, the law reads worse than the actions of what he actually did. And I need for people to really understand that when it comes to this case and the verdicts that have been dropped.
Thank God he had them tapes, because imagine he didn't have them tapes and all we had was Cassie sob stories, yeah. He say, she say. And thank God that the male prostitutes, the few who did do the interviews, came out and did the interviews. Because I believe a lot of them helped clear his name by saying, look, man, yeah, I went over there, I did what I did, but I didn't see nothing that y'all talking about. All this little people running around and this and that, I didn't see that. I barely even saw Diddy. I didn't figure it out till the fourth time I came over there to fucking bang Cassie. And it's another thing we got to do in this country. We got to really analyze this man law. I mean, the Mann Act. The Mann Act of 1910, we got to really sit back and analyze and figure out, how is this still legal? You got to realize this is a law created to punish black men for engaging in interracial relationships with white women. That's the whole reason it was created from day one. Jack Johnson was on top of the world, beating every white fighter they could find. So they like, damn, our fighters can't knock him out. We can't beat him up. He's rich. He's famous. He's fucking all the snow bunnies. They don't even want to date us. They all want to get on his planes, fly across the world with him. How can we stop his reign of terror?
Yeah.
That's what they was calling it. Oh, let's make this law up. If you fly a woman out and engage in sexual activities, we're going to say you trafficked her. So how in the fuck is the Mann Act of 1910 still being used to take down famous, powerful black men in 2025? If a woman wants to take a flight that you paid for to come have sexual activities with you, we are adults. How in the fuck does the law tell us what we can do sexually?
And it's like the payment thing to me is bullshit, because it's like a lot of these niggas, they gonna get her a bag, they gonna get her something to eat, so they gonna pay something regardless, even if it's not just funds right off the rip. So that doesn't make sense to me. I also think we need to like create some type of third party that vets the intention of building a case. Because what is building a case really? When you really sit down and you think about it, it's like they were able to strategically drop that Cassie video getting beat, right? Knowing that they had something already in the tuck planned. So it's like, we need a third party to be able to look at that and say, why are you posting this video? Is it to set people up to think a certain way, or is it to actually post facts? Because now we're getting away from a case and we're actually just slowly programming people to believe something we want them to believe. I don't think that that's building a case. I feel like that's something else. And so we need somebody to be able to overlook the intentions of these offices when they're doing that. Because imagine that never came out and then we just had the lawsuit. It'd be a whole different story, because you wouldn't have something to conflate, right? Imagine if we had a 6 months of investigation before they was able to release to the public, how much of Diddy's reputation is saved, how much less drama and rumors are being spread, and all these things that convoluted and fucked up the case and mixed it up and made it harder for him. So it's like, we need to have something that vets the overall or overseeing process of this and the intent of it, because we got a whole bunch of Tony Busbys running around really trying to take niggas' heads off, and all they doing is influencing. They're not even building a case. They're just influencing.
And we also got to look at these jury pools and how they're picked. We're picking random people off the street and calling them our peers. We don't know these people IQ level. We don't know how these people grew up. We don't know how these people look at other people of color or creed or race or ethnicity, or we don't know people's motives when they're on these jury pools. A lot of people don't want to be on these jury pools. They just trying to get out of jury duty. So the first chance they get, they just gonna say guilty just to have the case over with. And then you got to realize these people have not studied law. They didn't go to law school. They're not experts in law. So they're sitting in here listening to lawyers speak a whole different language from a dictionary that they've never read.
Most don't
understand. Because of the words that they use in the court is not words we use in everyday life. It got a whole different meaning in there. So 9 times out of 10, majority of them are absolutely confused. They have no idea what's going on. So how are they making a conscious decision on if you innocent or guilty when they don't even know what's being presented in front of them?
I agree. And even the way they picked the jury, like some of the qualifications that they were Xing people out for was like, if you know who Kanye West is. Like random shit where it's like, why would that matter? But then you look at it, right? And it's like, if somebody knows who Kanye West is and they like Kanye West, then they probably believe in anti-establishment to a certain degree because they've seen how he's been oppressed, or those people have came at him, so that might actually work for Diddy. So they tailor this shit to where they're gonna put people in there that are going to give you that guilty verdict. So it's like we gotta look at that as well. It gotta be down the middle fair, and I just feel like it wasn't, and now they really pissed because it still didn't go the way they wanted it to.
Yeah, so free Diddy, man. Hopefully he get time served. We'll keep you updated as the details emerge. But I'm going to say it like I said from day one, free Diddy. He didn't do it. Now let's start tracking and building the case on the ones doing the real trafficking. Stop bothering grown men and women who are willingly participating in activities with each other. And let's start looking at the people that's making kids and people disappear against their will. Because it's funny, y'all can never find them. Y'all can never build no cases on them. Y'all can never find no facts on that. Y'all don't never pull no money into investigating that. Complete blind eye. But you watching all these rappers and Instagram models like, come on, cuz we gotta stop that shit.
In fact, you even got people in the military raping girls and murdering them and shit, and that don't even get no coverage. That's going on every day. We don't talk about anything like that. We're just focused on black men, really.
Yeah, man. Listen, stay on code, man. We on code. But yeah, you said something about your boy DDG. Has something going on?
DDG is a streamer, as everybody know. Lil Rodney's son, which is a streamer as well from Baltimore. He kind of came to fame. He's been around for a while, but recently he's in a streamer house with Kai Cenat. And he's been going up. I kind of like the way he streams, but they're beefing at the moment. Really because DDG was like, you're only famous or you're only popping because of Kai Cenat. And long story short is they've gotten from that to now Lil Rodney's son has made statements about DDG's ex and his son. And now DDG has a screensaver of Lil Rodney's son's father, which has passed away. So I guess I wanted to talk about this because for me, it's like, you niggas are streamers. And somehow, some way, we're starting to play these games that, again, we just seen in Vegas. When shit gets too far, what can you say is content? You talking about the mother of their child and their child. And you talking about somebody's deceased father. And I would hate to see two prominent streamers take it there over bullshit. And I don't understand when we turn the curve and stop doing shit like that, because both of them are not about it like that, right? You got niggas from Baltimore that's sending messages to DDG like, hey, you barking up the wrong tree. So what happens if you go down there or you get caught slipping somewhere and somebody peel, you know what I mean? Peel your scalp, now what? It's stupid. It's like, y'all are streamers, just stay streaming. All the tough guy shit, the beefing back and forth. To me, that's so extra. Like, y'all niggas are creating a new lane and have created a new lane and are bringing it to some shit that, again, content only goes so far. It just don't make sense to me.
Nah, that's a fact, man. Like you said, y'all are fucking streamers, man. Y'all getting paid to sit in front of a camera all day and just act a fool. This is why they say niggas can't have nice things. It's like, bro, you're getting paid millions and millions of dollars to stream. At what point did y'all have anything going on enough to be doing this? It's like, y'all got to have some type of code of ethics, some type of morals. Family should be off limits anyway. Yeah. If we going at it, okay, let's go at it. But me and you gonna go at it. I ain't bringing your baby mama into it. I ain't bringing your kid into it. I ain't posting pictures of your dead brother, uncle, cousin into it. Especially you didn't smoke them, so what you posting them for? It's not like you put the work in and you posting it up like, yeah, this is my work. Bro, you not about none of that. Like, yeah, DDG will go in there and squabble. I see he doing some boxing shit. And I think that's, even though people are making money off of this, this influencer boxing, is also creating a toxic culture because a lot of people are starting beefs just to try to get in there to get that bag. It's not even like an organic thing. People is really kicking up dust, hoping they can get on one of these Aiden Ross cards or something like that. I seen another streamer get into it and he caught a squabble with somebody in Paris. And all of this shit is over dumb shit because all you niggas is rich. What the fuck are you really that mad about? All you niggas is rich. So at the end of the day, if you want to be that tough, nigga, go train and go fight professionally.
You know what though? I think it's kind of like how ball players wanted to be rappers and rappers wanted to be ball players. It's like the streamers is, and I think you said something about this. Is as rich as they are, as popular as they are, they don't feel like they have that oomph because they're not being viewed in a certain light that I think people in our culture want to be viewed as. And you're not being viewed as necessarily tough or rough around the edges or kind of street. And I think they crave that to a certain degree because we've all grown up on rap and you know, whatever. Not all of us want to follow that path, and not every rapper is like that. But I think these streamers feel adjacent to them. They be hanging out with them. The rappers want to, you know, give them everything they can to be on a stream. They dick riding the streamers. So I think the streamers are at a point where they want to emulate what they're seeing to a certain degree, but it's no point. Like, again, you've made a whole different lane to do something else, and now you're bringing it right back around to where we really don't need it to be.
It just goes back to like the essence of masculinity, bro. Like if you never had to struggle, you're not never really gonna feel like a real man deep down inside. This is why Andrew Tate said, like, you know, every man should just at least one time get in the cage, go to a ring. Go to a gym, get in the ring, just face another man so you can see where you at. You can see where your skills at. You can test your masculinity because no matter how lit they are, no matter how much money they getting, they're always still going to look at the tough guys and want to be that. This is why you see them emulating and acting tough. You got them walking around with security, bumping niggas in the mall, because they want that feeling, bro. That a part of that comes with masculinity, bro. It's like, it's just natural. We grow up in the hood, what you do? I can race, I'm faster than you. I can flip better than you. Fuck it, let's slap box. Fuck it, let's go body. It's like the mask, we have to compete. That's just a part of being a man. And these streamers, they didn't have that part in their life. They grew up on the internet. This is how they got lit. The closest to that probably was Duke Dennis. And then we found out, oh man, Duke Dennis was a nerd too, doing flips and Yu-Gi-Oh runs and all that shit. He just looked cool. Yeah. So I just think they chasing that feeling. They're filling that empty void that every man needs because struggle builds character. You cannot skip that part or you're going to try to find it in the wrong places at the wrong point in life. Like, nigga, you niggas are grown. This is why you see people like not Elon Musk, Elon Musk and
Trump.
No. Mark Zuckerberg. They're rich, famous. They've done everything. They've innovated the world.
Start doing
Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Yeah. They start doing Muay Thai. Why? Because that part of that masculinity is missing from them. All of this shit is cool, but they know deep down as a man, they don't feel secure.
Because if you take away the money, you take away the accolades, the businesses, and we just sit in here in this square box, I'm going to whoop you. Yeah, and that, at the end of the day, that would make any man insecure if they feel like they can't protect themselves or handle themselves. So I see why people like Mark Zuckerberg do that. But and I'm just confused. I'm like, DDG grew up where? In Detroit? Bro, from Baltimore. I'm like, y'all ain't never walked around the corner or up the hill and caught a squabble? Like,
they was streaming.
Yeah, like at this point, it's like, damn, like, I just don't. If I know if I'm streaming and I'm a million, I'm gonna go wherever I want, do whatever, fuck whoever I want, I'm not doing that. I done been through some things where it's like I'll put all that to the side to experience that life. So I don't understand that.
I don't, but I do because it's all adjacent to hip hop. And this is why I always say it comes back to the streets because hip hop was made from the streets. Like I just seen Al Bial had an interview and he said, I don't care how lit a streamer get, they'll never be cooler than the street niggas.
It's true.
Because the street niggas set the trends. The street niggas are the culture. From the fashion, you got to realize the rappers got the fashion from the hustlers. They was in their windows writing raps, seeing the street niggas out there with the big chains on, the designer on, they coming through with the chrome BBSs and the cars with the sound systems. They emulated that and brought that to the rap world, but it started in the streets. No different than the NBA player. They want to be gangsters now. Like, what are y'all doing, cuz? Like, you're rich, my nigga.
And I think streamers got to blame themselves to a certain degree for the viewpoint that we have on him, though. Because, you know, shout out to Act, like, the way he came in the game and the things he chose, because he's one of the first people you could say is like a big streamer. The things he chose to look at and react to and do is like that rubbed people the wrong way. And I think that set up the view of streamers for time to come. Or even people like Kai, Sonat, or Speed, like they getting their money, they doing their thing, but I'm not looking at that and being like, this guy is cool. I'm like, they doing some, I don't want to say weird or goofy shit, but it kind of is that in a way. It's like, so you're getting looked at and viewed as that. And then at some point you want to, I think the money and the fame and the accolades, it doesn't mean anything because they still feel that lack of respect from men and from the community. Is like, yeah, you're cool, you got money. It's like the kid at school who had everything. Like he might have it all, but he might still be trying to crash everything because he just wants to fit in so bad because there's just that organicness that he just does not have.
You said it correct. They want the respect. Let's just keep it a buck. Streamers is anonymous with nerd. It's anonymous with geek. Now, are they cool? Are they lit? Are they more lit than rappers and actors and everything? Yeah, they are. They are the leading industry right now. They the most lit ever. Like you got politicians coming to the streamers. Like they're lit, bro. When they want to get a message out, they go to the streamers. But in the back of their mind, they want that respect. I always say it don't matter. You can get all the richest men in the world. When Mike Tyson walk in that room, they bowing down.
Yeah.
He got the ultimate respect in that room from them, even though they got more money than them. Like warriors have always been renowned throughout human history, just like killers have. Serial killers, we demonize them, but then we secretly like amazed by them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Genghis Khan and all these ancient warriors who done had 1,000 skulls under their belt. Like
the shit.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, that's just what it is. It's just human nature that come with it. But man, you little nerd ass niggas, pipe down, bro. Like y'all not that for real. Like pipe down.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. I just don't understand. And you know, at the end of the day, like Short be up here saying it could all be content. I don't know either. It could all be for content for more clicks and views. But again, you know, there's that threshold of you hit that ceiling of, to me, you start posting my baby moms, my kid, it's not content no more.
Speaking of content, the podcast world is on fire right now after the feds reportedly picked up well-known podcaster Jonathan Dupiton, the voice behind the popular Rich and Unemployed podcast, in an alleged $10 million fraud case. So I was sitting back wondering, like, damn, what happened to bro? He was having clips seemingly like every other day that was
Super
going viral.
Yeah.
All his interviews, you know, he do his little close-up shots. And if you know anything about bro's story, he told it before, he had already got cracked by the feds, I guess before doing content. He had a welfare fraud case where he was getting chili off the welfare fraud, and he got real big with that. They wind up cracking him. He did some time, came out, said he saw the content game. Boom, he did that. And then you like, damn, bro, getting chilly. Like, he really up. But, I mean, allegedly, all of that fraud, you were seeing was coming from the fraud. So it's like, damn, at what point do niggas go legit? Like, is this a case of the trying to do anything to look the part rather than, you know,
actually trying to be
it? Because, you know, he got this image to uphold. Oh, I'm getting the bag. You know, I'm a high-value man. He went down that route. So it's like, no, was it worth it?
It could. And then I wonder, like, I would have to see more details of exactly what they're saying he did. Like, I know it's fraud, but like what is constituting as fraud for him? Cause I don't know. Like when you give the background, it's like you already got hit over the head with that. You get out, and everything at that point to me seems to be organic. Cause I was seeing bro every day on my Explore page, and I'm sure millions of others were. So to still, I feel like be greedy at that point where it's like, or not be patient enough where it's like, okay, I'm probably seeing some chili now from social media, and we know that don't happen overnight, and people could have a lot of views and still not have a lot of bread because partnerships, it's a lot of things that go into it. So it could be a thing of not being patient enough for like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna still go on the side and do my thing because this money isn't coming to what I'm used to, or it isn't coming fast enough. You know what I mean? It could be a whole multitude of things, but it's unfortunate that he didn't learn his lesson if that's what took place allegedly, because again, not everybody makes it in this content shit. It takes a lot of hard work, but it's also like I be saying, it's destiny, it's luck. Like a lot of us, like we us here on this show, like it takes a lot of hard work, but it's also to a certain degree being them chosen ones that the universe just decides to say, hey, we're gonna give you a little bit more of a bump than the other people. Cause there's some niggas working just as hard or maybe harder. And they're not getting that favor that the universe is giving. So I feel like when you get that, you have to be aware of that and don't what's the word for it? Like put it in vain almost. Like don't bite the hand that feeds you in that way of doing something wrong, knowing that the universe or your higher power, whatever it is to you, is to a certain degree blessing you. And now I don't know if that's exactly what he did, but if he got caught up for fraud, it sounded like that's what happened.
Yeah, I haven't seen any details. I'm trying to find it. You know, he's not super famous, so they probably not really writing too many articles about it just yet. But this is a prime example of keep your motherfucking mouth shut about certain details of your life if you're still involved with that stuff. If you are doing a fraud ring, allegedly, that's grossing $10 million, why the fuck are you in front of a camera? Why the fuck are you in front of a camera as you're doing it and then bragging about the fraud ring that you already got caught for?
Yeah.
About how you was scamming single moms and doing this and doing that, knowing you're still scamming. Like, my nigga, you don't think they checking every now and then? Like, damn, cut look like he up. What the fuck is he doing? We know he ain't getting all this from this podcast.
Yeah.
We all know what YouTube and all this shit is paying. So unless you got some type of major endorsements where it makes sense or some investments, is stay in front of the camera. That's just the bottom line. We keep seeing this shit time and time again. You niggas want to be famous so bad. Y'all put y'all freedom on the line. If I'm running a fraud ring, allegedly, that's grossing 10 million, you're never seeing me in front of a camera. I'm not even having social media, my nigga. I'm a ghost.
Yeah.
I'm off the grid. I'm lit. But being lit ain't enough for niggas. Niggas want that fame, that oh yeah, he lit. Like, niggas want the what the fuck is the word? The gratification.
Instant gratification.
It's there from people.
Yeah, and it's true. Like what you said, you should not be on camera because the way things work today, like being famous on social media 10 years ago is not the same is now, because 10 years ago you could be a D-list celebrity and make some chili and fly on the radar. But now I would consider him probably something like that.
Yeah,
D-list.
exactly.
But now you have things that became so niche, right? Where it's like people are able to avoid everything else and focus exactly on the content that they want. And that creates stands. And when you have stands, you also have haters, but like to the umpth degree, where Joe Budden, for instance, podcast, Ish, he has so much hate and he talks about having a construction business and people, he never said how much he made, but people assumed he was rich. People found this nigga's SBA loans. Niggas found this nigga's PPP loans and how much he got approved for. Like, oh, you only got approved for $17,000. Are you really that rich?
These niggas is sick.
You know what I'm saying?
These
So
niggas is
and it's the Reddit and all this shit. So it's like when you become famous now and you doing something like that, you're gonna have people that just want to know if it's true or not. Or how do you got this money? How do you got this chain? How you got this watch? Like, what's going on? You on trips, this and that. They'll go dig it up. They will go dig it up. So if you are doing that, it's best to stay off camera because the fans is gonna go dig it up. They're gonna go find it if it's there.
Absolutely.
So, bro, I like I said, I don't know, but it's looking ugly.
Hey, so let's talk a little music. The Clipse, they released their track list for their upcoming album. Let God Sort Them Out. It looks like it's executively produced by Pharrell Williams. Yep. So I'm interested in hearing the beat selection on this. Is Pharrell gonna be the old Pharrell? Is he gonna take it back to the grinding days? Is he gonna be new and innovative and give us a sound that we never heard? Is he gonna be using AI? And what about the Clipse? You know, we know Pusha T can spit. Malice, he left. He did the religious route after they caught the Fed case and all that. How is he gonna sound? Now, recently, Malice dropped like a teaser verse that hit Twitter. I posted it up on the on the podcast Instagram page, and boy, he's back.
A lot of people say, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but you have a fair share of people who say Malice is better than Push. I mean, I think they're great in their own rights, but Malice can spit.
Bro, the cadence that he used was so refreshing because it was nothing like what we're hearing now. Like, you gotta go listen to that verse. The cadence that he used, the rhyme pattern, the scheme, that shit was hard. So if that is a preview of how the album is finna sound, hip-hop is looking good. Like, they taking it back to the essence. They got some cool features on here. I know the biggest notable feature was Kendrick Lamar because they got into it with the label about taking his verse off. They didn't, and they finally wind up getting the verse cleared for the album. But I'm looking at this Nas feature on Let God Sort Them Out / Chandeliers. We know Nas, he just got the,
Jimmy, he coming for you. What's the title?
Combo. Let God Sort Them Out.
Jimmy, he might be coming for you.
Man, you know, he just got that new venture in Queens with the casino. So is he going to drop some casino bars? How is Nas going to be sounding? Is this a preview of a Nas project to come? I'm excited to hear it after I heard that verse. I was a little iffy at first. I heard that verse. I said, oh, yeah, I need to hear this.
I mean, for me, because I think Pharrell has had a stint in like maybe like 2000, whenever he started doing I'm Happy, all that shit, when I'm like, bro, you getting too far pop for me. But just hearing So Be It, I'm like, if he giving away beats like that, it's about to go crazy. And you got to think about it. I think they was in all Louis Vuitton. They was in whatever castle the fuck that was. The visuals was crazy. The beat was crazy. The lyrics was crazy. Like, the subject matter is crazy. So if Pharrell's producing and giving it up like that, which I believe he is because of his connection with the Clipse, and I think the Clipse force him and anybody they get around to really be on that type of time, right? Like, so it's some elegant, raw and uncut shit. I'm here for it. I'm excited as well because I don't think we've had something like this in a while. Like, obviously we had Kendrick and G&X, but even that ain't like where I feel like the Clipse can go and take it, right? Rap-wise and music-wise. So I'm excited for it.
Nah, it looked like they're raising the bar for sure. Like, I've been fiending for some hip-hop. I know the youth, they coming with their new styles, but I've been waiting for that, like raise the bar. Malice, he came and raised the bar, nigga. That was some shit right there. So I would have liked to seen like somebody like Fab on a feature. I would have liked to seen Kiss. I would have liked to seen maybe Conway. You know, because they got that sound of Griselda.
Griselda would have been cool.
Because I'm looking at the feature list. I don't know. It's looking kind of.
It's Kendrick. I know that. Nas.
Let me go back to it. It's looking kind of lacklustery to me. They got John Legend. Okay. They got Tyler the Creator. I don't know.
Look, I fuck with Tyler. I do, but I will say he's getting, as of recent, a lot of love that I never pictured him getting. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, I don't know. That's crazy to me.
They got Stove God Cooks. I don't even know who that is for real.
He might gas the whole shit though. When you don't know who a nigga is.
Yeah, the nigga go crazy. Somebody named Ab Lever. Don't know who that is. Nas, Pharrell. So yeah, I would have liked to see some more features. I would have liked to see Fab. Because Fab been in his bag lately. He just dropped another joint off of the Western Cowboys show. I watched the whole thing too. That shit was hard too. He did the whole like the Dutton Ranch and all that.
Okay.
Man, yeah, Fab is in his bag.
I think the older rappers are more, I'm gonna say veteran rappers. Because age is just really just a number. I think the veteran rappers have been gassing this whole time though. It just depends on the people like and what you're into. I think the mainstream, yes, it has taken over with the young niggas in a certain type of bullshit sound. But Nas has been making quality music for a while. Fab has, he kind of has been quiet, but he's made some quality tracks. Wale just dropped some shit that was cool too. So I think the veteran rappers are still here, and I'm excited to see Malice though come out of retirement. Not really retirement because I believe he dropped some songs a couple of years back, but just to get him on a full project with Push is gonna be crazy.
And you know what's crazy? It's always two sides to a coin, right? The universe operates on the law of polarity, right? The law of opposites. So as we have a Clipse album finna drop, super excitement. Malice drops a dope verse, heats the internet up. On the flip side of that coin, we got some bad news. Ebk Jaybo facing 30 years in prison after federal indictment on gun and drug charges. Ebk Jaybo was the #1 California artist as of right now, as far as what's cracking, what the youth is listening to, what the streets is listening to. He's tapped in with the streamers. He was on stream with Neon. He on this stream. So he was killing the game from both sides. And at the height, it looked like he finna take off and hit that superstardom. Bam. Street life caught up with him. So Ebk Jaybo facing 30 years in prison right now. It says he has an arraignment hearing Coming up, Jaybo has been in custody in Arkansas since his arrest by Arkansas State Police on May 18th when he was booked in Pope County, Arkansas on charges of criminal use of a weapon, possession of a controlled substance, and theft by receiving. He has now been charged federally. Feds taking pictures. Boy, the feds is not playing with the rap game. I don't know what's wrong with these niggas.
Well, again, you know, it's like, it's you damned if you do, damned if you don't almost, because when you rapping what you rapping about, right? You look how you look, and then you go to a place like Arkansas, they waiting for you outside the show, around the corner. They got them scattered all throughout the town, waiting for you to stop at the hotel, the gas station, the casino, whatever they gonna be on you. So because they looking for you to fuck up. So it's to me it's unfair in a way, because it's like he could have came out there with nothing, and they probably still would have tried to get him on something. And in Arkansas, if anything, you want to get caught up in some liberal or something, there, it's ugly. So he had a weapon on him and some drugs.
Arkansas, like, that's sundown town.
Niggas don't even go there.
Like, who the fuck is in Arkansas?
I'm not going there.
So on June 26th, the Stockton, California rapper appeared for a federal arraignment hearing in Pope County Circuit Court, where he was officially charged with 1 count each of possession of a firearm by a felon, that's ugly, transportation of a firearm in interstate commerce while under indictment, that's ugly,
Yeah,
possession of a machine gun, that's super ugly. We know what that carry. Possession of a stolen firearm, possession with intent to distribute marijuana, and possession of a machine gun in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. Oh, so they trying to bang him.
Yeah, so I don't know if he got some niggas with him that maybe gonna take something over the head for him, but if not, he might be kind of like 03 when he got caught up in, where was he? In Texas?
He was in Texas, yeah.
And it's like that same thing where like niggas be on fire, hot, and then they just still riding around with blick, you know, with shit in the trunk, whatever it is, still living that life, and then you get caught up, and now you get put on hold.
Damn, 03 Greedo, that's
he
the perfect example. He was
on
out of
fire.
here. He was out of
I'll
here.
never forget that, because I went to his last show.
I did too, in the observatory.
Yeah, in the observatory.
No, the Globe.
Okay.
He had the verses at the observatory.
The one where he proposed to
his wife.
girl.
Yeah, that was at the Globe Theater, I believe.
And that shit was jumping. It was jumping.
Cracking.
So like I remember he was on fire that whole entire, you know, and then after that, I think he dropped something Summers, whatever it was, and then he's never really been the same since.
Never been the same. He had the snitching allegations since he came out. He got into it with his hood, had the fallout. So it's just been ugly. And I don't know, cuz these charges that Jaybo is facing,
they serious.
It's ugly. And like you said, unless you got somebody that's finna take everything, which we know niggas ain't built for that no more. They not doing that, bro. They like, you lit. Why am I taking the charge for you, nigga? You probably ain't gonna look out for a nigga. Self-preservation, they might tell on a nigga. But I just don't understand how rappers are still moving around like this after they see rapper after rapper after rapper get caught for the same shit. Like, how are you anywhere near this stuff? I understand you got to protect yourself, have blick, all that, but it's a way to do it.
You security, yeah.
I'm gonna be in the blacked out thing. All the shit gonna be back there. But we know they want to pin everything on the rapper. So it's like, y'all niggas gotta be more strategic. Y'all gotta move more strategic, especially if you rapping about this and acting like this what you really doing. They own you niggas.
You feel like niggas at this point are just willfully ignorant though? It's
Yes.
almost like,
Yes.
I don't care if I get caught up with it. Like I'm riding with it regardless. Like I really don't care. I feel like these niggas don't care to get caught maybe.
This the thing, cuz it's like when you do so much and you keep getting away, you get a God complex where you feel like you can never get caught. Like that happens, bro. Like you start small and then you eventually just start doing bigger shit, and the most shit you get away with, you like, I can't get caught. I don't think they don't not give a fuck. It's just
I'm gonna ride this.
You're not thinking about getting caught, bro.
Yeah.
You just thinking about the lifestyle you living, cuz you caught up in it. It's like it ain't till you in that cell and your life is on pause that you start to reflect, because hindsight is 20/20. But while you in it, it's like, cuz this how I'm moving. Like this, the life I've been living. But it's like at some point, you niggas gotta wake the fuck up. He had just got out.
Yeah.
He had just did some time. Got out. You would think a nigga would learn. Nigga, I was just on the stream with Neon. I'm lit. I ain't even finna really be nowhere where I need blick. I know I need blick everywhere, but I mean like literally like when you in the hood, I need blick versus when I'm in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, some shit can happen, but what's the odds? Like, come
Or at
on,
least
cuz.
have
You niggas
somebody
gotta
else
wake
have it.
up, my
Like you
nigga.
said, have somebody else have it. I don't know if niggas can afford. I don't even think security really, like, again, back then too, I think now niggas is getting more money for shows and things like that people weren't getting maybe 10, 20 years ago. So it's like, you got some money to pay a nigga with a license to carry or something for the night or for 10, 15 hours. Yeah, that might be a couple bands off the top of your tour money or your show money, but fuck it. I'd rather take that L than take the L you gonna take now. You know what I mean? Because now you might be out the game and this shit move fast.
This is a Fed case. He gonna be fighting this for a while.
And you in Arkansas. It's like
In Arkansas.
I don't even know where that is on the map. I'm gonna keep it on it. Like,
You gotta realize
it's ugly.
YNW Melly been in jail about 1,000-something days and ain't even had a real court date for real. They just pushed it back again. So ain't no telling how long they finna be pushing cuz shit back.
Yeah.
It's ugly.
It's ugly.
It's ugly. Like, he just really damn near threw his career away.
It's like, for what? Did the XXL through the sale. It's like, I know that at some point, maybe not the first few nights, but eventually it's gonna set in like I fucked up for sure.
Oh no, it's setting in right now because he was scheduled to go on tour right before he got cracked. Like, bro, Papoose told you niggas in 05. Charades, hip hop police. They have a whole section of the police force dedicated to taking rappers down. They hunting you niggas.
I don't think niggas, I don't know. I think they at the point where they feel like they can't do without it. It's something. It's something. Judged by 12 and carried by 6. I don't know if it's that mentality, but again, we're at a point where I feel like these niggas have funds to a certain degree to have some type of protection, but niggas is still choosing to
Gang,
live the
you
old
just
way.
bonded out. I just seen the video a couple months ago. You just bonded out. And they let you go on tour. What the fuck are you doing, nigga? Get your chili. Go home. See, this is where you need a good woman in your corner.
Yeah,
A
they'll
good
keep
woman
out
to
of
stop
trouble.
you from doing a lot of dumb ass shit. A good woman to keep you out of fucking trouble, bro. Because when you think you finna go venture off with the homies, and I gotta go.
Think about that.
Yeah, your wifey gonna, no, let's go to dinner. Let's go here. You feel me? A wifey will keep you out of jail, nigga. That's a fucking fact. Y'all niggas gotta wake up though. I can't keep making excuses for niggas. Niggas is just dumb, stuck in their ways, and that's just what it is.
Don't
I hate
change.
to see it. I was rooting for the young nigga. I hope he can get from up under this, but we'll keep you posted as
what happened, yeah.
as details emerge. But if you ain't got nothing else, you feel me? I know you probably got to get in traffic. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I wanted to talk about the Elon Musk thing with the Trump, but we can touch on it another day if you want.
What's going on, Elon?
It's really up to you. President Trump said that
Big beautiful bill.
the big beautiful bill. We could talk about that later because we got to get super detailed into that.
Yeah.
But Elon Musk was mad about that because his EVs, electric vehicles, they took a hit. His stock took a hit. They had like this rebate where you would get X amount of dollars back for buying an EV.
One, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Trump took that out. So, him and Elon been feuding. And then Elon goes to say, hey, man, I had USAID to track Doge to track government overspending. Big beautiful bill is literally working against all the work that I did. So Trump, you doing the same thing everybody else was doing. So bam, they've been clashing. Now Trump is on record to say he would look at having Elon Musk deported due to his native South African as their rift reignited and reached new heights amid the billionaire tech entrepreneur's latest wave of criticism of Trump's tax and budget bill. So now Trump is like, nigga, don't make me send ICE, nigga.
And Trump say a lot of shit. And the funny part to me about it is like, it'd be unbelievable, but also it's like, he might be able to do that shit. Like, the way he got people on his side, the Senate, the House, like, he might be able to do that. So, Elon, I will pipe down. I ain't gonna lie. I'll bite the bullet on this one.
He said we might have to put Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is? Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible? He gets a lot of subsidies.
Yeah.
So it sounds like when they was clicking, Trump got some of that info, and this is what they do. Nigga, oh, we cool. Oh, yeah, you do what? Oh, yeah, I could do this. Whole time they putting that in that little black book.
And now it's time to leverage.
And now it's time to,
yeah,
I'm going to use your own shit on you.
Yeah.
That's why he low-key trolling. Yeah, you know what Doge is? Yeah, we might got to sick that on Elon, cuz we might. I don't know, cuz, is this real or is this theater?
Nah, I think they're really beefing. But I think we talked about it before about how like they realize what trolling is and how, because we were talking about Iran and how they posting shit. And you know, you have these official people or people that we deem official having disputes online. And they're, in my opinion, hoping or banking on it being viewed as just trolling. When in reality, they really beefing.
So Trump says Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history, by far. And without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa.
I believe it. I believe that. I 100% believe that. And again, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours. And I think he's had that with Trump. And that's what I said. Like, people following Trump because of Elon, that never made sense to me because I always still looked at him as, yeah, he makes cars. He did the PayPal shit. He's smart, but he's still a celebrity to a certain degree. So I'm not following him for something because at the end of the day, it's just for his gain. I don't think he really cares.
Bro, he said no more rocket launches, satellites, or electric car production. And our country would save a fortune. Perhaps we should have those take a good hard look at this. Big money to be saved. Elon Musk, of course, you know, he's a hothead. He jumped right on X 30 minutes later. Said, I'm literally saying cut it all now. So I don't know if they playing a trolling game or this is a real beef. Because it could be all one big distraction and they behind the scenes laughing it up. Because we seen Candace Owens say she regretted telling her followers to vote for Trump. So it seemed like everybody is grifting in the political space. 1 minute they supporting Trump. Trump is already in. They know he can't run for another term. So it's like, okay, let me get the people back on my good side. Oh, fuck Trump.
Which is sick, by the way. A lot of people, and this is why being down the middle or being objective about this politics shit is important, because a lot of niggas or a lot of people have shot themselves in the foot, right? Like, instead of being like, I like what some of the shit Trump is doing, but I also can see the bad. A lot of these content creators completely decided to avoid that and push it wholeheartedly. Instead of saying, I see some of the things Kamala doing may be good, but also she's doing this bad, they decided to be polarizing instead of realistic. And that's because they're grifting off of people who, again, are sheep. So if I come in here and say, Trump's amazing, he can do no wrong, Father Trump, all this shit, my stock gonna go up. My money's gonna go up. My views are gonna go up. And now you're gonna be in a position where you might have influenced people to do some shit that maybe wasn't necessarily the right choice. So now you look like a fool instead of just being like, you know what? I can't necessarily call it. I'm not gonna call it. But I think people grifting, nah, stay on that side.
Nah, yeah, definitely stay on that side.
Y'all did the absolute most for bro.
Oh, like, God, she went above and beyond.
Like, y'all went
went above
crazy.
and beyond. He damn near rigged the shit.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what
Talking about we got an app that tells who already won the election. All of this shit where it's like, yo, just chill out. Because now that he's not on your side, it's like, it's looking spooky for you. So
it's looking ugly, exactly. So you going to look like a fool going against him because you rode him so hard to get him in.
Now people like looking at you like, oh, you switching up. Because you already done brainwashed the sheep. They rocking with him through whatever. It don't matter what he do. He could take us to World War IV. Niggas don't give a fuck. They like, do it. Press the button.
That's
so
a fact.
It's ugly.
Now you're right, because bro always pointed out, why do we have a two-party system anyway? Everybody should be neutral, and we should be looking at the laws and the bills and what benefits the people, not what your party says. Because then you're blinded. You're not even listening to the other side. You're just waiting for your party to respond. Yeah, Democrat. Yeah, Republican. And this is how it's easy to grift. Because as long as they align with your side, that's all you're going to listen to. And it's crazy because Trump says Elon Musk knew long before that he so strongly endorsed him for president that he was strongly against the EV mandate. He said it's ridiculous and was always a major part of my campaign. Electric cars are fine, but not everyone should be forced to own one. He said, hell, I might want gas. I might want a hybrid. We're looking at making cars that can run on hydrogen. We're just trying to figure out how to make them run on hydrogen without blowing up. So he like, nigga, people want options, including myself. So I'm not against it, but we ain't finna make it mandatory like you was trying to and fucking Gruesome Newsom was trying to.
Elon like the kid that's grounded. He been in his room all day. Trump, he like the parent that y'all might be having a good time and then they hit you with the, but you still on punishment though. We might be chilling, but you not good. And I think Elon tried to cozy up to him again, and he grifted and got all these people on his side, thinking that bro would, for whatever reason, switch his mind. And I don't think Trump necessarily ever told bro he would. He just thought he could influence him by saying, look, subconsciously being like, look what I brought you. At this point, you gotta look the other way and let this shit pass. And Trump like, nah, I'm not fucking with it. And if you not fucking with me, you can get the boot too.
So Elon is born in South Africa. Musk became a naturalized citizen in 2002 after previously gaining Canadian citizenship through his mother. Musk obtained an exchange visa, allowing him to study in the U.S. and later a work visa prior to becoming a citizen. Says blah, 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 blah. So it sounds like,
you know
Trump,
trying to get rid of birthright.
Exactly. They're trying to get rid of the birthright. They saying the only ones who got birthrights, descendant of who?
Slaves, yeah.
Us,
Yeah, that's
the indigenous. So really, a lot of people was mad about that too, saying, man, Trump said birthright is over for everybody except the blacks.
I think you got to probably put the Native Americans in there too.
But who are the natives?
Yeah.
We are the motherfucking natives if you want to be real, because we talking about we're the first people here, we're the indigenous. So when they say natives, you really got to look at it like, bro, that's us. We could say Indian and all of that, but then, I mean, just do the history. Go down the rabbit hole. They try to separate it the same way they try to separate Egypt from Africa because they didn't want you to know Egypt is literally Africa.
They black, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They black as well. They try to make you think, oh, it's only Middle Eastern. No. Middle East didn't even exist at one point. Look up the date on that. That's your homework for the day. Look up the date the Middle East became a thing. That continent was already there before they broke it up. Long before. So you really, I mean, you got to look at this stuff, man. I'm cool on the electric cars. I'm cool on the self-driving cars. Yeah. Let me guess, I'm cool on all that. Y'all can have
control of my shit 100%.
100%. So we'll see. But Elon, what you own, cuz? It look like I don't know what he be on. You be seeing his interviews, he doing them weird.
Yeah, bro, tweak that.
Cuz just be like in the middle of nut, just like, I don't know what he got going on, cuz. He on some pink cocaine. He be high. Is that the lizard man inside of him trying to
come
get
out?
Tweaking? Is it a fucking robot? You know, he got that weird ass build anyway.
Yeah.
His chest is like all the way down to his torso. Like the nigga got the weirdest shape I ever seen.
Mark Zuckerberg will whoop your feet if y'all fought. He would have beat the shit out of you.
Disgusting. It's like, y'all seen Men in Black when the nigga was kind of like, give me some water. Like, that's Elon, cuz. He got some shit up in him, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he might be.
Watch bro movements,
on a full moon, he might come out.
On the set. Yeah. But yeah, y'all share, like, subscribe to the channel, man. This was a good one. We be back at y'all real soon with some updates. We're going to go over that big, beautiful bill, keep you updated on what's going on in the music world, everything that's trending, and we're going to keep pushing the needle for y'all. You know, it was a nice laid-back one today.
Shout out to the VwP members, man. The highly favored, highly blessed VwP podcast. Either you get down or you lay down.
And when you lay down, you stay down. The movement is moving. Move with it or it's moving without you. Bang! Shout out to Messiah and Show. They couldn't make it.
Facts.
We out of here.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest where they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitches bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shade.